Alright, this is the car, this is the track, this is the first race on the channel. Might as well just get right into it. We're gonna get right into the qualifying here. And we're on the Fuji Classic here, so no tight chicane. Gonna be going down into this first corner. All I'm really worried about here is qualifying anywhere in the top 10, to be honest. Game placed me number 16, so anything higher than that I'll be happy with, but top 10 is the goal. And then come into this braking zone, realize the motor map has not been changed to race mode, and I go deep. First corner of the track, already ruined the run pretty much. I'm gonna try and salvage it, turn it into a like a banking lap. After I say that, we go wide out onto the curb, lose some time, but at this point I'm not even worried about pushing all the way, just getting a time on the board. Anything to be honest, just get back to the start finish line. So pretty simple stuff. We mainly just worried about being able to get my tires up to the perfect temperature for the next lap. So I'm gonna go extremely deep into this angle. Not extremely, but I missed the apex. It makes me lose a lot of time. This 100% solidifies that this is just gonna be a banker lap. Have some time on the boards, whatever it could be. And all that matters here is that we get a good exit out of this turn. And that's obviously not gonna happen. It's gonna be a below par exit. I can't even say anything else. It's honestly decently horrible. But tires are up to temperature. Front left a bit hot, but I'll be able to work with it. A way better exit than the last lap around, so all I'm worried about at this point getting is it hitting the apex, genuinely being able to put use to the lap. Slightly missed the apex by like a couple inches, but I'm 3/10 up off my previous lap, so I was happy with that. Now just worrying about, once again, keeping it on the track, making sure at max 2 go off, and as I say that, all 4 go off, but lifted, was able to keep the time, didn't delete the time for, I don't know, a godly reason. Think it didn't delete the time because we're 4/10 up. It's climbing up to nearly half a second. At this point, I'm not the most confident in myself, at least throughout the first sector, because it's, as you saw them 2 times already. We hit the apex decently well on here, got a great exit. I'm able to carry not the most amount of speed, but I'm able to get on the throttle decently early. Get a purple sector 2 throughout that. And at this point, I'm worried about just getting good exits throughout this S area, whatever you want to call it. And I go a bit wider line to get a better exit. It works. But once again, I go wide because, why would I? And before anyone comments on this racing line, I use it primarily simply for braking markers. I don't have the best vision to be able to see the meter markers. So most of the time I just use it as a braking marker. And at this point, I'm just gonna slow down and get myself back into the garage. We're gonna throw on mediums on the front 2 tires because I know they're overheating. I've had some experience on this track before. 14 laps of fuel. I like to overfuel by a good amount. And this is gonna be what's bringing us into race 1 here. So at this thinking right here, I don't have the most confidence through the first sector. I was thinking stick it on the outside, brake, or just lift decently early. Just drive up extremely cautiously. All I was worried about. Trying to get some some heat into the brakes. I go wide. I love going wide there for no reason, even in a formation lap. But start to get some heat into the brakes here. I accidentally lock up that front right, if you saw that previously. And just worried about here getting a good launch, staying in line, hopefully gaining a few positions. I qualified P6, which is way better than what anybody at least I'm on a Discord with my friend Christian, way better than what anybody was expecting. I was expecting, like I said, 10 at the most. That was my goal. P6, I was happy. Hold 60, so we're gonna get a green flag. A decent launch, not the best, but we're gonna get the jump on his. And this yellow Ferrari, Lord knows what he's doing there. Cuts across. I got no chance, like, I got nothing to do. I tuck in. I'm able to survive through the first turn. A little taps on my back left wheel there, but I'm through. No position gain, no position loss, but damage now. I see the same Ferrari going to make a move on the inside. I stick to my line. Don't let him get in my head. He goes tiny bit onto the curbing. I'm here able to sneak in. I got a great turn. Now this is where my race crumbles here. We go in. I thought I'd make the move. I had my nose in there. From that perspective, it looked like I was gonna be safe. But looking back at it from the top view, maybe I lunged where I wasn't supposed to, but that completely ruined our race. We had suspension damage. It was overheating the absolute god out of my front left tire. I'm driving with my steering wheel sideways. I should probably turn on the steering wheel to be able to show it, but to drive straight, my steering wheel's at a 90-degree angle. So I pull into the pits. I'm hoping, praying it's like maximum a 40-second pit stop. We get in and it's 90 seconds. At this point, I knew my race was over, so I just went in for the safety rating and just completed some laps. Lost, I think that was 8 positions there, and gained some safety rating, but a bunch of contact off the beginning, and then that one contact, obviously, throughout the corner there, spun us out. Lost driver rating, only 0.9% though, so I can't be too mad.
And might as well just move right into qualifying 2. I'm gonna get this into the first lap here. Honestly, just worried about putting together a banging lap. I was trying to get pole position here and just run away from everybody else, avoid all the madness that I had in the last turn. This race, I think, was like 2 days after. I took a little bit of a break after that. I was mad, to be honest. I had work, got home from work, did not feel like getting back into some wreck. So far, not too bad on the lap. We've got decent exits. Could carry more speed through here. Had to jiggle with the throttle, but lock up our tires here, lose some time, but able to save it. Save the exit here. Lost like 10 kph than what we should have on the exit, but not much I could do about it besides try and salvage it. Brake a bit too late into that turn, get lots of wheel spin as I missed the apex there, and honestly at this point I was just giving up on the lap, just bringing it in, trying to get back into the penultimate corner, and then set myself for a great exit and start the next lap. But I know for a fact this lap was not going to solidify me anywhere on the standings, so when I came out of this corner with a good exit, I was more than ecstatic. I knew I was going to see green on that timing page, and it's just going to bring us into lap 2, which we're only 2,000ths of a second up. We lose some time, but you know, this is a great exit. I finally get out of this turn, finally get a great exit on my qualifying through here. And last lap was a 1:37.425, which honestly was a pretty good lap. It threw me up into 3rd, but I knew I could do better. In the practice with full race fuel, I was pulling out like 37.9s, 38, like low 38, high 37.9s. So I knew I could definitely shave off more times if I'm talking full tank, not just race fuel, full tank. So I locked up my brakes once again through that turn. Now coming into this, I was making sure not to miss the apex like I did on the last lap. That's all I was. Oh, now on this, I'm thinking this is the next corner. Here we hit a beautiful series of it. The corners here couldn't be happier. No lockups, no nothing. Tires perfectly. Didn't need to jiggle with no throttle. Here I was focused about mainly just hitting the apex, and guess what I do? It don't look too bad from here, but I hit that apex and it sends me straight into the grass. I hit the curb way too hard, it unsettled the car, but I was able to save it a bit there. 10th and a half up, have some wheel spin through here. I'm fighting the car, able to catch it though, gaining time through these last corners, and all I'm worried about is a good exit. I was able to not get the best exit, some wheel spin there, but it brings us up to half a second up on this time, which is going to be more than enough to, I'm hoping, secure pole position here, but it won't be, as I see everyone's times come in, and it'll be a P2 with a 136.9. I can't be mad with a 136.9. It's one of my best lap times like of the week. So going into the race, all I'm worried about here is, once again, like I said, avoiding any sort of collision. Any sort of collision. That's all I could care about. With this, we're the 777 there, that Aston Martin. So, like I said, all I was worried about is just holding position as best as I can. If I needed to lose 1 or 2, I would be alright with it. But if I got spun or wrecked, I'd be livid. I think I wouldn't hop on for the rest of the week. I'd wait for a new track or new rotation of players or something. So we get a decent launch off the lights. We're decently good. We're got like a calm, like we have a whole car within between me and P1. Sticking it around the outside was never gonna work. The car 55 behind us has some overspeed on us and taps into us. No damage though, so I wasn't stressing that much. Just at this point, worried about keeping lines, getting car up to temperature, and hopefully start attacking P1. Mind you, I was like 4/10, I think, like half a second off of his quali lap, so I knew he's gonna be fast. A slight missing of the braking point there, but like I said, I'm not even worried about the car in my mirrors right now, because I'm simply on the chase. I'm going straight to fight. That's what's in my mind. Go for the apex, like I say here, and I fully ride the curb. It doesn't look too bad through the replay, but yeah, it sends me lose complete control of the car. 2 people fly by, and this third Porsche here will make it through. I'm pretty sure he goes for a look on the outside. I was able to close off the inside, luckily, stay ahead. He gets it real inside here, looking for it, and you already know he has the inside line, so he's pulling out ahead. Beautiful move by him. Beautiful move. Can't even be mad at that. But I had the run on him, had the better exit, so instantly look for the opportunity here to get that position back, and without a doubt, I'm getting the position back, able to slot in back in front of him, get a good line. And while I'm doing this, I don't even see in my mirrors the Porsche separate, or this, what is it? Yeah, it's a Ferrari here. Crazy dive by him from out of nowhere. I wasn't even expecting him at all. Comes in, slides in, beautifully gets through. Beautifully gets through. There was nothing I could do there. Try getting in his mirrors here. I knew I was gonna brake early. I wasn't gonna force him off. He loses off the track. I'm able to accidentally tap into the back of them there. I had some overspeed on him after his rejoin, but looking to hopefully make a move down the inside here. Does not work out. I go a bit deep into this corner. Now I'm stressing about this Porsche behind me. I see him. I know he's there. I am going defensive here. At this point, I don't know what to do. I'm losing positions. I'm not hitting my lines. This was not a good race for me. Able to beautifully hit the line, and the Porsche behind me over pushing his car goes for a spin. And that was it. That was his race pretty much. Didn't see him for the rest of the race, sadly. Which is genuinely sad, because you had some pace on him. That dive bomb was still crazy. And then I see this out of nowhere. It forces the Ferrari up ahead to go wide. I go on the inside, able to just beautifully take that position. Sneak in on the inside, stay on the racing line, and stay ahead. It causes a massive pile up, and yeah, this is the Ferrari up ahead going wide. Makes him lose 2 positions there. And at this point, it's back for P2. I'm trying to get back to where I qualified. The main thing I'm worried about is getting back to where I qualified. That's all I'm worried about. While I'm doing this, while I'm getting back in the back of the pack, there is a crazy fight apparently going on. You got this yellow Lambo, I think that is. Nope, that is not. It's a Ferrari. Spins out this blue number 22, or is that 7? Yeah, blue number 72. He crashed himself in the wall there. All right. He goes on the move, and he comes out of nowhere, intentionally wrecking him, which is kind of odd because that yellow car there was clearly at fault. Maybe from the beginning, but it definitely wasn't like 100% his fault, like the other car's fault. There, nearly lose the car. I completely forgot the trail brake. I don't even know what I'm doing. He gets the number 72 car, gets out into the chat Goshmanitsky. Yeah, he starts arguing, throwing some words out in there. I had no clue what was going on. Only until after the race I saw what happened. But at this point, like I said, just getting clean laps in is what my number one priority was. Keeping this gap of 1.2 seconds from the car behind, because I know he has pace. I know he does that crazy dive bomb. I'm stressing for it. As long as I could keep the gap to 1.4 or higher, that was in my head, 1.4 or higher, because I know like slipstream starts to kick in at like 1.23 seconds. If I was able to keep him there, I was happy. So just putting in laps together, trying to slowly catch up back to P2, but at this point I see that we're pretty much pacing the same, if not I'm slower. So like I said, I went into mode of I'm happy where I am right now. Let me not try to get overconfident. Let me not try to do something I know will get my race killed or let me lose positions. And we're just we got a 1:37.9, which is our quality time. Or no, yeah, our quality time was a 1:36.9. Pay attention to this lap car that just came out the pits. He will be absolutely crucial to what happens later in the race. But pretty much the next, I want to say, lap and a half, 2 laps, pretty uneventful. Not much to happen. Just doing lap after lap. I lose a bit of time, but we're going to skip over to lap 5 to where I really start catching up to this lap car. For the last lap and a half, 2 laps, I didn't have a problem with him at all. He's pacing well. He goes wide here. So I get on his tail decently quick enough. I know for a 1,000,000% fact he sees me. That's very, very important because I know he knows I'm here and I know that he has a blue flag. Mind you, I know he don't gotta explicitly get out of my way, but just watch. We'll see. This man nearly made me crash out. Nearly. Mind you, I'm having to compromise my lines now because of him. So I know I send a couple flashes. There they go. Flash at him a bit. But we're going to stay on his tail for a minute now. Mind you, we're still 0.8 only ahead of P4. That was 1.3 a lap and a half ago. Now it's 0.7. It will continuously drop. He is in our rear view mirror. I get a good run out of this corner. I know that I will be coming up on this lapped car, T-Gao. Yeah, T-Gao. I don't even know how to say your name. That's just... Mind you, at this point here, I realize, alright, if we could keep him here, I could slipstream him. Use the slipstream on him, gain a gap. Then I seen me and P4 are lapping around the same time. He's a 10th faster than me, so I know I gotta keep my pace up. I can't afford to make any mistakes. Any mistakes, he's gaining time on me. I hit a beautiful apex on that corner, able to get a great run out of it. We're up nearly 2.5 tenths on my best lap. 1.5 seconds now to the gap to the car behind. I know I've got the pace. It's 2 seconds. He's there. He's battling right now, so I've got some wiggle room. It's no longer as stressful. I take a bit more curbing than I usually do on that turn, and makes me lose like a tenth and a half. But once again, right now I'm not too mad at this lapped car ahead, but I know that I'm like within the first sector and the third sector I am faster than him, which is 2/3 of the track, which means I need to get past him. I need to get past this man in whatever way possible, and he would not. I mean, mind you, he doesn't really need to get out of my way right now. I'm not faster than him. But we're gonna skip to lap 8 now. We're gonna skip up lap 8. Mind you, it's been now 4.5 laps or 3.5 laps behind this man. I get the run on him. Easily get the run on him. I back out. I'm not trying to risk my race. He overslows through the corner because he broke late. Defending against me for absolutely no reason. This is not your race, man. Find P14 and race him. Make sure P16 doesn't come so you can't race him. Why are you worrying about P3? This was baffling. So then I see I've got the run down the middle here. He completely closes the door, goes absolutely early. I need to slam on the brakes and lock up the brakes. Absolutely disappointing. Here I get on the chat, type his name out, T Goa, anything, maybe get his attention to get out the way, slow down, let me through a corner. Mind you, me typing that out in the chat severely ruined my run through those corners. Not getting the best exits anymore. I'm getting frustrated. Had my girlfriend get onto the keyboard here and type out a nice little sentence to let me pass. You are lapped. Absolutely anything to get into this man's head. Now, I see her continuing to keep typing. I got over real quick since it's a straightaway. Just let him know, stop brake checking me. There's no reason to brake check me through that one corner or close the door on me. I don't necessarily know if it was a brake check, but he definitely turned in on me. Mind you, I'm P3. This man is a lapped car in P15. All I could say is there's quite literally, I'm scared to pass him, like make a genuine overtake on him, simply that he will retaliate against me and do something like and ruin both of our races, if not just mine. So I realized I'm not necessarily losing too much time to the car behind. If something, I'm gaining time within some like corners of the lap. So I was decently fine with sitting behind for the remainder of the 4, maybe 5 laps. 5 minutes 45 seconds. I was decently okay with it. Then I see him go wide into this turn, and I go, alright, this is my move. I see him cut across. I shit my pants there. I see he overgoes it. This is, thank the Lord this man missed that corner. That is exactly what I needed. Unfortunately, though, for absolutely everybody behind me, that is exactly what they did not need. That's going to destroy P4, 5, and 6's race. They absolutely, they're going to be stuck behind him now. And now imagine a 3-way battle with a lapped car. But this isn't multi-class. So now you really are just racing 4 cars, or 3 other cars, 4 including you, for absolutely nothing. And yeah, I don't know. I was happy. I got past. Pretty uneventful for the rest of the race, and I was able to come around. This is the final lap. Bring it through. Some victory, little weaves, P3 on the podium. I was more than happy. I was honestly very happy after what happened in the previous race. P3 a podium, I was beyond happy. Now, P4, 5, and 6, as you can see, they're still shuffling, and as you see, they lost 11 seconds to me, and that's not because I was outpacing them. That's simply because this man, Tiago Montoya, Tori Goa, that man or woman violated everyone. Now we could watch a I want to say a minute and a half of this man impeding after I passed him. Absolutely disappointing. Absolutely disappointing by that man. Sorry for having you endure that if you did, but 7.8% increase on our driver rate there, or driver rank there, and a 17.8% increase on our safety rating. Absolutely beautiful. Can't beat it. I mean, obviously we could get higher numbers on it, but you can't beat green in both. Getting an increase on both is absolutely beautiful. Somehow didn't have any contact with the lapped car, but thank God for it, honestly. But let's see, P3 for us, can't be mad at all. Let's see, Tori finished P15. P15, going in, fighting against P3, 4, 5, and 6. Like I say, thank God he wasn't fighting me anymore, and thank you for watching. Enjoy.